Greetings, listeners, and welcome to another action-packed episode of Eberron Adventures, brought to you by the Wednesday Night Crew. Join us as we take a journey and go on adventures with our favorite students from Windshire University. Lukar, a halfling sorcerer with wild magic that comes from his patron. Sibling? Patron? Well, anyway, her name's Astrid. Skogar, a half-orc bounty hunter with a passion for map-making and painting. But not painting portraits, more like fences and walls. But maybe he has a secret or two of his own. Azuri, a Kalashtar cleric hiding from the dreaming dark. Kashan, a changeling that is a roguish paladin with his own agenda. Lissa, a human wizard who is into mage breeding and has a familiar named Bigwing. And last but not least is Velma, a half-elf rogue who has an investigative streak and a dark magic dagger. So join us as we listen to these adventurers as they work through their studies and their extracurricular activities to, dare I say, become heroes? Let's pick up where we left off.
All right, so welcome back to yet another action-packed session, hopefully, we'll see what happens, of Eberron Adventures, Windshire University. When we last left you guys, you were just entering a pawn shop known as Bedknobs and Broomsticks. And there was a tiefling shopkeep behind the counter that was very excited to see Kashan walk in for reasons. And then Lukar said, "We've got this puppet to sell." And it got the laugh of the night. So, and we decided that was a very appropriate place to just cliffhanger it and pick back up. So, yeah, so that's where we are right now. And I'm just kind of getting some map stuff set up and then share a screen. So, yeah, I mean, so Lukar, you say, we got this puppet to sell, and so I mean, what were you thinking of getting for it?
I mean, it's a handcrafted puppet from an eastern town called Anyone?
Nobody remembers.
Your puppet, bro.
I gotta bring up my map.
I believe it was let's see. Looking at it, it was just from somewhere in Karnath, let's say that.
Yeah, so I mean, this is a handcrafted puppet from the puppet region of Karnath. They're well known for their high quality. I mean, I don't think it's something that you could find in Thrain here. It's a collector's item, and I really hate to part with it, but we really need the money. I mean, look at the craftsmanship of this.
So she grabs it and is like, she's like, for lack of a better term, manhandling it, right? And just sort of like, kind of like pawing at it, just kind of shaking it and stuff. And then Lukar, you hear a voice, and it's like, and it's Astrid, and she's like, "The hell are you doing, man?"
I've got a plan. Just play along. Can you make yourself look cuter or do something that might increase your value?
I swear to God, if you get rid of this body, I'm gonna kick. I'll figure out a way to kick your ass.
No. This is perfect. This is where we think the black market sales are happening. You'll be on the inside. You'll be able to be our eyes and ears and hear what's going on here when other people come in, when this tiefling tries to do any dirty business, and that way we'll know something and you can communicate with me. It's a perfect plan. You'll be our inside man or girl or puppet, as it were.
Do persuasion check with advantage.
But of course. There's a 17 on the die.
Okay.
And there's a 16 on the die.
Okay.
And my persuasion is +4. So it's a 21.
Yeah, so she got a 17. So regardless of whether you're being legit or not.
What do you mean am I being legit? Why would I ever lie to Astrid?
I could count easily, at least on one hand, the number of times you've done that. You've done something to her in some way. Actually, I don't know if it's much as lie as just say how much you dislike having her around at times. So anyway,
I think somebody has to go back and listen to the podcast to make sure that's the case.
Yeah, like you.
I'm sure that's not true.
Maybe you might. So she's like, Astrid says, all right, yeah, that's sound logic. I'll go along with it for now. Just know that if you leave me behind, you're gonna have a bad time.
No.
So
she says, just make sure that this tiefling buys you, but then don't be so good that you get sold, because we'll come back and get you.
So she's like, come back. Wait, I thought. She's like, all right, and she's like, okay, play hard to get, and take me back for a minute, and like, kind of put me out of view for a second, and so I can like kind of fix my face.
Excuse me, I don't want you to harm the merchandise, because again, handcrafted and one of a kind, we don't want any damage. But just hold on a second.
Of course, I understand.
And plus, I really hate to part with this puppet, but unfortunately, my friends and I need some money, and we're just poor college students, and this trip to Thrain has been a little more expensive than we thought.
Yes, I can understand. I mean, prices have gone up considerably since after the morning. I mean, it's inflation is just fierce out there. I mean, I'm the amount of people coming in and the type of money they're asking for just, I mean, in some cases, garbage that they think I'm going to want to buy. It's just, it's more insulting than anything else. I mean, I'm a legitimate business owner, and this is how I make my living.
But certainly you're making a lot of sales. I mean, we've heard good things about you around town.
Well, I appreciate that. It depends on the day. I mean, it depends on the day. And then she's like, but if you'll pardon me, just let me know when you're ready. And then she turns over to you, Kashan, and she's like, and she just kind of leans in and she's like, so what exactly, with her hand on her chin, like kind of looking all just like starry-eyed, staring at the golden boy and saying like, what can I what could I possibly have to offer you? You seem to be the kind of person that would have everything.
I mean, you're not wrong about that. I'm pretty good at acquiring things. Things tend to go my way too, and if I ever need something, they just tend to go my way. But that's neither here nor there. I'm not even sure. You know what? I'll tell you what. There's many things I'm looking for. I mean, I wouldn't say a fine collector, and at this point, I'm going to just start rambling on and on. But I'm going to be using my thieves' cant, which is basically like looking to get information out of them. Like let them know that if she speaks thieves or she knows that kind of stuff, like she'll pick up on it. But it's like I'm just rambling on. It's like every third word is like an important word, but it just sounds like just a dude rambling on. Like, oh man, like dragon. Dragonborn teeth. Those are always interesting. With a necklace that there's one man. He lived on an island as Dragonborn, and then there's another one. Like the guitar of Sad Bard. That's something I've been looking for. It's just going on, and basically like what I'm asking is like, what's the under does she deal with less than legal selling and buying?
So basically by speaking in this thieves' cant is like it's almost like other thieves would understand this.
Exactly. Yes.
Okay. All right. So you run your spiel, and Lucar, you go back to you real fast, and then I will say that you notice that the puppet has changed its appearance slightly to look more to look a little like older,
Okay.
more antique-ish, but not in a bad way, just like very ornate and stuff. So really like pushing the envelope on your description of the puppet, like to help sell that
Yeah.
description. So then you're now at the ready to continue your back and forth. But so you notice that your puppet's ready, but still Charlotte is interacting with Kashan, and Kashan's rambling, and she's nodding. She's nodding, Kashan following along with you, and she's like,
oh yeah, Blaze Ball. It's totally big into Blaze Ball for a while. Kind of over it now.
and then she starts speaking to you in kind, in a similar manner. And Luca, you just now you notice like they're both rambling to each other, which you just think is kind of weird. And I'll get and Kashan will go back to like what she's actually going to share with you. But I just want to not leave other folks out if there's anything they would want to do or look at or anything while they're in the shop. I would assume Missouri, Skogar, Velma, you like everybody's come in.
I mean, Velma probably knows Thieves' Cant herself.
Maybe. I do, but I don't let people know that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so
I'm just point, pretending that I don't know what the deal is, but I am picking up every third word.
Yep, that's perfect. So yeah, you're kind of getting the same. You're getting the same story that Kashan will get. What's Skogar and Azuri up to?
Azuri's going to come inside, and while he's mostly like looking out the front window and make sure no one's coming in, like seeing if anyone's coming in from the street, he's also going to sort of peruse the stuff that's right there in the window, window dressing.
Okay.
See if he notices anything that catches his eye.
Okay.
Particularly, he's fond of his little piece of dust quartz. So if there's anything like dark, smoky.
Okay. Roll me a percentile.
Okay. Dice out.
And then Skogar, what's Skogar doing in the shop?
Is it all just kind of gems and curiosities?
It is a most traditional pawn shop. So it is a mix. It is a mix of all the things.
Yeah.
Just obviously no perishables.
Skogar kind of goes to the dustiest corner of the most wrapped around desk to see what the weirdest and longest forgotten thing is being sold in this place.
Skogar finds a tall, like a from the floor tall, but to probably just below his waist in height from the floor, canister filled with rolled up maps.
Oh yeah. He's got his eyes on that.
Azuri, would you roll?
35 on the percentile dice.
Okay. So I would say this does not, at this point, you don't unlock the finding of any stone similar to the one you have. You find some less impressive stones and gems and whatnot, but nothing that's really like moving the needle for you.
Got it.
The shopkeep says to you, Kashan, with her use of these cants, she says that she has dealt in a few antiques recently that she's not 100% sure that she should have, but she kind of couldn't help herself, and it's not often she she's trying to be more reputable with her business now, but she still, like, every once in a while gets tempted, and she got tempted by these like elven like an elven vase collection. It's like a set of three vases. But she says, not in so many words, that she's keeping them in the back, not putting them out front for sale, because in case any laws connected to it, she wants to make sure she's not implicated. So for now, she's just holding on to them, and the story that she has ready of who sold them to her. And Lucar, we'll go back to you for a minute. And they're still mumbling back and forth. If you feel like, you want to interject or just wait.
I'll just wait. I'll just
Okay.
I'll lay Astrid out on the
Okay.
table to show that I'm prepared when she is, but I do not want to interrupt any flirting that may be going on between.
Yeah.
Going
So they
reputable. I hear that. I don't believe me. I get it. Going reputable and getting that itch. Am I right? I get that itch all the time. I understand.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to
really
make an honest
is.
living.
It really is. But and at this point, I like reach in, I pull out a pamphlet of whatever god I follow, and like look. This is supposedly, kind of helps me out in situations when I need to go straight and narrow.
She sees you with the pamphlet, and her first tone goes, "Oh," and then it's like a two-part where it's like, "Oh," and she takes it from your hand and looks at it and flips through a little bit, and she's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, I mean, you can't put into words when you're touched by the divine. I guess it's really hard. I get it. I was a non-believer too till my eyes were opened, as it were.
She's like, "Huh," and then the attraction meter is starting to go down a little bit, because it's really not her jam. So it's like, well, she says, I can appreciate your I can appreciate that that perspective.
I mean,
although it's not for me.
I mean, I get it, but look at me. I got it made, so this stuff ain't wrong. Is what I'm saying. The stuff ain't wrong.
She starts to take a sideways glance at the puppet on the counter, and she's like, oh, I didn't notice this detail before. This is actually at a second pass. This is somewhat impressive. Honestly.
Thank you.
So what were you looking to get for it?
The thing is that it's not just the craft work, but I think that there was some imbued with magic in some way. So, ideally 250 gold would be fantastic.
You got it. Wait, you said 250 gold?
And I say to Astrid, I don't want to shortchange you. You're worth much more than that, but that's where we're just starting off. We'll see what happens. Yes, 250 gold.
I mean, I'm familiar enough with puppets from that region, and this is a legit piece, so I don't need to call in any specialist for this one. So, but I mean, I still have to make it appealing to my customer. I mean, the best I can do is 140 gold.
Bullshit. That thing can also dance. Look.
And what happens?
Stay on the end stage.
And she, as you say that, she looks at the puppet, and nothing happens. And she looks at you, Lucar, and she's like, What's wrong with your friend? Is your friend okay?
Yes, it's just
I'm going to pick it up with my hand up the back of the skirt and said, look.
The shopkeep looks visibly disturbed by your approach, because it seems to be a little like abrupt in its presentation, and she's just like she's like she looks back at you, Lucar. So yeah, 140.
Again, an important piece. Can you make it? I feel like I'm looking back at the Price is Right episode, like I see Kashan making face. What should I do? What should I do?
Yeah, you say I bid 800. I bid 801.
$1. No, what? 175 would be fantastic.
She mulls it over. I mean, I need to be able to make a profit.
Understood.
Let's say 160.
I think that's yes, 160, but I want the option to get it back for 160 if it doesn't sell in, let's say, a month. Almost like a consignment type of deal.
I'll accept those terms. Please let me go grab money and paperwork. And she heads to the back. While she's going to be gone for a couple turns.
Yeah, so while she's in the back, I want to explain to the gang what the plan is here. That Astrid will be our inside eyes and ears to find out what can be found out about this deal with the stolen goods.
That's a great idea, and perfect opportunity, because my understanding is she's got the vases, the elven vases, in the back room there. So we're going to see what she does with them, right?
Interesting. Cool. Yes, we could either see what she does with them, or yes, maybe Astrid could get them if needed. But yes, we're all working together here as if we were a team.
And we get rid of that creepy ass puppet.
I mean, win. Let's go.
There it is.
Win. She doesn't seem that interested in the silver flame, though, unfortunately, But whatever, it all works out in the end, There are main characters and there are side characters, and she's a side character, and that's fine. The silver flame touches us all.
I mean, she's no Gary Brown.
Right. Gary Brown was amazing.
What's Gary up to, anyways?
Trying to build rapport. That's what
we'll
Gary's
go back
to.
Yeah. We'll do a cutaway with Gary in the next session. So you've updated everybody of what the plan is. She comes back up and she's got a small pouch of coin, and she has some paperwork in the other hand, with a pen, and she hands you the paperwork and pen, and waits for you to look it over as she holds the gold and stands on the other side of the counter.
Is there anything unusual in the paperwork?
How about give me actually no. So let me think about this actually, because considering your background, I feel like it would be, I will let you pick whichever, whether it's wisdom or intelligence. I'll let you pick whichever skill is higher for you. That gives you a better check. DC of like 8.
Well.
What? Did you fail?
Yes, I did.
No way. Okay. Yeah, it looks perfectly fair, well written. All good. No problems.
All right. I mean, is there stuff that I have to fill out?
Well, yeah, she gave you a pen and there's
Yeah.
a signature. There's a signature line.
Okay. I mean, I do want to specifically note, does it say 160 gold?
Okay.
And does it allow us to buy back Puppet after a month if it hasn't sold for 160 gold?
It does say both of those things.
Fair enough.
In some way, shape, or form. It does say both of those things.
I signed the document.
Okay. So you sign it. She's like, excellent. And she hands you the pouch. And you mark down, you now have 160 gold. Whether it's assuming temporary or whatever the case may be.
Right.
And then Astrid speaks to you and says, all right, bro. I'll see what I can find out. I'm just gonna tell you stuff when I find out stuff as things happen.
Yeah. You don't need to check it out on a regular basis. We'll be fine.
I'm really feeling some cold shoulder kind of stuff going on right now.
I have to keep up the act so this tiefling doesn't suspect anything.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay then. Well, yeah, I'll let you know if I see anything.
Sounds good.
See you in what, a couple days?
Yeah, probably.
and then it goes quiet, and she takes the puppet and like puts it in a box, like in a very nicely carved wooden box that it fits fairly well in, and then she closes it and puts a little lock on it.
Sorry.
And puts it off to the side. And you're muted.
You're gonna have a hard time selling that if the customers can't see it.
No worries. I'll put it out. I'll put it out later.
Fair enough.
I have a system.
Understood.
It won't be in the dark for long. and you swear you hear a voice like really quiet. Oh, what? Oh man, what the hell is this shit?
You said you'd contact us in a couple days. No need to talk now.
And okay, yeah. So transaction has been made, and she has, Kashan, that she has bought some elven antiques. So far, that's what you know. I don't know if you wanted to try to have any further questions or conversation with her on the topic or not.
I think at this point I would just kind of say, just let me know what kind of interest actually, if you could tell me who sold you these items, that would be that'd be something.
Well, I typically don't reveal that level of information of sellers, especially of merchandise that might be perceived as slightly questionable, unless of course you are from the local constable. Then that would be a different conversation. Then
no, I'm not. No, not at all. I guess here's
what if it makes it easier for you, because you're very striking. This has been an enjoyable conversation. I haven't had good conversation with a non-customer that's come in here and wasted my time in how long?
Girl same.
So, I would say that the thing that I can at least tell you is that I know the sellers are from an area around what's called I believe they said Silver Cliff, and it's I know there's some sort of a small town, little castle, and like Lucar, you having come from Thalios, you recognize the name Silver Cliff.
Yeah,
because you know your family would always talk about it and talk about the historic the historic castle and that south of where you guys lived, and yeah, that's Kashan, that's the best thing that she can offer you is that bit of information.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate all your help.
Hey, anytime. So, and she looks around. So she looks over. Skogar. She sees you over in the off, kind of on your own. And she's like, can I help you? You giant of a man, you. What could I? Can I? You seem to be very interested in some of those maps and posters and things over there. What is there some way I can help you?
Yeah, I was looking through these maps, and I'm real interested in this one here. I see it looks like a mine or some sort of pit, and I noticed this little sketch of a crystal down below. Looks like it. I don't know. It's just a real interesting crystal to me. And in that little sketch, you kind of see a crystal kind of matches the one that some of you may have seen poking out of his chest. And he goes, "Yeah, I'd like to buy this map here, and how'd you come about
it?" She says, "Oh, that's interesting that you found that. That's those are some abandoned. It's actually a map of some abandoned mining systems in the Eldine Reaches. It's along the coast over by the Bay Area, and it's I just thought it was interesting. Had a customer bring it in and bought it for a reasonable price and added it to my collection of maps and posters and things. Didn't think much more of it, honestly."
Well, it's pretty dusty. It looks like it's been here for a while, so I could definitely give you 2 gold for it.
Oh, sweet boy. This is do you not see the handiwork on this map and the quality of the line work? This is easily worth 20 gold.
Well, I can't say that I'm not impressed. These lines were done by somebody who could really survey the land. I tell you what, 20 gold if you throw in that flying V loot up on the shelf. That thing is awesome.
It's like, yeah, I can do that. And so she takes your 20 gold, hands you, and then pulls the flying V loot off of the wall and hands it to you.
Oh, I hope you know how to play that thing.
Nope. He just he just goes bang.
It's not in tune.
Yeah. It's a hideous sound. It's a huge grin on Skogar's face.
So is Zuri or Velma interested in doing any shopping at all?
Not especially, no.
I mean, now that the deal's done, Azuri's going to walk a little farther into the shop and sort of peruse the counter, but mostly at this point he's looking for anything that's real dark colored. That's about it. Anything
Okay.
dark colored.
I was just walking around pretending to look at nothing and trying to look like I'm not listening in on to the Thieves' Cant conversation, which I'm eager to discuss with not Jack. Kashan. Kashan after we leave.
Okay. So Azuri, what do you think? Like, when you say he's looking for something dark, like, do you have any? Can you elaborate on that anymore, or not really?
I mean, dark clothes, a dark
Okay.
handle on something, anything
Got
that's
it.
like, especially the more pitch black it looks,
Yeah.
he's more interested and drawn to anything like that.
Okay. So yeah. All right. So you find like some black, like some pitch black tunics, and some shirts, and like it's a whole, like, it's like the small little mini rack of like just black clothing of all different kinds.
Are there any black I'm going to say gloves in this clothing?
In a
clothing
basket,
rack?
in a basket on the floor underneath, there is, yes, and a scarf.
Yeah, Zuri's going to pick them up and he'll be like, hey, how much are these? These are pretty.
So she takes a look at them, and
How worn are these gloves and scarf, or are they in okay shape?
roll a D6 for the gloves and D8 for the scarf.
3 on the gloves.
Okay.
7 on the scarf.
Okay. The gloves have seen better days. They're looking a little bit rough, but still definitely wearable. They look lived in, like hardcore lived in. And the scarf is like really well, like nicely knit, still in great shape. So there's definitely a quality difference between the two pieces for sure.
Like, how much for both? I mean, the gloves, I'm gonna have to wash them first, but I think they'll work all right.
Well, please, make me an offer.
I mean, it's a nice scarf. You do like 10 gold for all of it.
I'll tell you what. For you, I'll do 7.
So, I was gonna way overpay on that, wasn't I? This is
A little bit.
I
It's
mean,
okay. Some people aren't the best barterers. It's just how it happens. It's just how it goes. It's okay.
honest to a fault is where I usually come from. Yeah, I'll do this. Yeah, sure.
Okay,
And yeah,
great.
he'll sort of fumble out 6 gold, and as he's doing the 7th, he drops a coin and ends up having to like get down and pick it up, and eventually he does hand over 7 gold though for him.
Okay. So
and he sort of like he tosses the gloves in his bag for now, like he's gonna have to wash them, but the scarf he immediately just like drapes it over both of his shoulders, doesn't like put it around his neck, just drapes it.
Okay. She said, looks great. You wear it well. Well, if there's nothing else, then I hope you all have a great day, and thank you for your patronage. I greatly appreciate it. And then she looks at you, Kashan, one last time and says, says, unless there's something else.
I guess I'm looking for, we'll be here. I think we're going to be in town for a while. What kind of restaurants are there in this place?
He says, well, we don't have, I mean, we really only have, in this region, this area, we only have like two restaurants. One is, let me kick my creative brain in. Yeah. So one is more of like a local, I guess they're calling it like a diner, I guess is the terminology they're using. So, just local cuisine, very, very simple, straightforward. Just good, hearty, meals. And the other one is actually a steakhouse, and it's called Gary Brown's Place. And it's Gary Brown is actually he's a famous his family, he comes from a famous family of butchers.
The Browns.
So that's why, that's why his steaks are just amazing. All different types of animal steaks.
Well, I guess the only real question I have is which place is closer to yours? Wink.
Giggity. So yeah, she's like says, well, definitely Gary Brown's. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's meet up there. Well, you and I meet up there later this evening, and we'll see the sights until then. Me and my group here.
That sounds great. Yeah.
Like, let's go with a 7 o'clock. Let's do like a late dinner. How about that?
7 sounds great.
Gary Brown's Place. I'll see you there.
Fantastic. And you see her red tiefling skin actually blush a little bit as she gets excited that she has a date. And as you guys walk out, Lucar, you can see out of the corner of your eye that she's going back to the box and opening it and taking Astrid out and looking for a place to put the puppet.
Nice.
And Lissa magically she comes from, so like if we kind of retro this just a touch, that tea that she did with Skogar, like
I was recovering,
knocked her on her ass to where she's like, I'm gonna be I need to sit outside for a few minutes, guys, till I collect myself.
Exactly.
So she's been sitting outside, like getting her land legs back and stuff, so she could be somewhat presentable. And so as you start to like feel a little bit more closer to normal, or at least an acceptable buzz level, like they come out of the pawn shop, and you see Azuri's got this really, really nice looking scarf on, and like Skogar's holding a map and a weird flying V lute, and
nice.
Velma has nothing. Kashan has nothing, and you notice that Astrid is not with Lucar.
Where is Astrid? What did you do with her?
I sold her.
Just like that?
She's gonna be our eyes and ears on the inside, so don't worry.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's all part of my master plan. She'll figure out what's going on, and then I guess we'll get her back.
Yes, we will get her back. I'll make sure.
Oh, okay. You can make sure. It'll cost you 160 gold.
Oh, well, I mean, we can all help with that.
Can we?
So you finish off that vignette there, and you're now, so where to next? I know that if we bring a map in a little bit here, We've got you guys are hanging out in Flame Keep. I know Lucar, you're talking about like going to one of the franchise locations in the Flame Keep area for the apothecary as an option. And there are other shops or types of stores you can also check out if you so desire. Unless you think, based on the section of the map that I'm sharing on the screen and the information you've been provided so far, that you could make a decision on where to go from where you are now.
Yeah, I don't think I need. I'll just tell the group, like, I don't think we've got enough like fires and irons in the fire that I don't think we need to see if my cousins have any information, because we found out about this tiefling at bed knobs and broomsticks and got some. And I know, Kashan, you got some information, so I'm fine with passing up the cousins. I don't want it to turn into this whole family thing where blah blah blah. So.
Oh, but I love your family, Lucar.
Yeah, well, you're more than welcome.
So friendly.
You can go if you want. So yeah, what's you guys want to discuss? Maybe take a second amongst yourselves to discuss what the next what you all think the next steps should be at this point. Discuss amongst yourselves.
Well, I think so we have the Silvercliff Castle lead. I think we maybe head there next.
Yes, this fence, for lack of any other word, pawn shop owner. This pawn shop owner admits to dealing in questionable artifacts, and I was surprised that she even gave you the lead of the Silvercliff. She should have been. They're typically more less forthcoming as far as their clientele.
That's true, but I think I have a certain charm about me that she could
do.
Not
That
resist.
Pamphlet you gave her looked like a headshot, like you were.
Well, I mean, you know.
I mean, you're talking about your God, but aren't you? Don't you worship yourself?
Velma, shh! Don't tell my secret.
No, it's good she gave us that Silvercliff lead. Otherwise, it's just we'd have to sit here on a stakeout all.
Yeah, that's boring. Let's head to the castle.
It is. On the other hand, I'm a little too trusting, and just because she said that, maybe she's trying to get rid of us.
I mean, fair enough, but I think she's being honest. Why wouldn't a shady pawn shop dealer be honest with us?
I don't know. And now that we got a person on the inside, we don't have to do the stakeout either, so we can just go to the steakhouse.
That's right. It's like we have two plans, and each of them are going to work magnificently.
Speaking of steakhouses, since there's only two restaurants of note in this town, I need you to check out both of them and give us
a review. Yes. I will. The patented Lucar review of the steakhouse, not a problem at all.
Well, I'll be going to Gary Brown's place later this evening, so I'll tell you all about
it. Make sure that they don't have any health code violations like that last town.
Oh, you remember that? That was funny. Okay, so my questions then are you staying in Flame Keep for like the rest of the day, and then going to Silvercliff Castle tomorrow? Or are you just heading right to Silvercliff Castle? Like, what's the timing and order and approach of what you would like to do?
Go ahead.
I got the impression that Kashan was working on the tiefling and doesn't want any fifth wheels.
Yep.
Tagging along.
Let's let Kashan work his magic while the rest of us go to the other restaurant and eat. and then we could go tomorrow
Okay.
together. Or if Kashan doesn't make it back to wherever we're staying, then he can come at a later time.
All right. So let's play this out for a few minutes because this I think could be somewhat entertaining here. So let's so you guys are going to the diner, right? The rest of you?
Yes.
Is it run by that dragonborn who's sees me and says no soup for you?
No. Actually, yeah, so let's because I don't think I didn't say a name for the diner, right? I don't think I did. Yeah. So Lissa, what's the name of the diner that you guys are going to?
Blast from the past.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you're like, oh, hey, we made it to Blast in the Past, guys. And like you see like it's this building that looks like a building from that you used to see when you were like a little kid, Lissa. Like it looks like really old and like run down and like not great looking from the outside, but the sign is like this like whole like steampunked like artificer glowing sign like with glowing letters like our version of neon, right? And it's like Blast from the Past with a couple exclamation points on it at the end.
Nice.
So I'm assuming you guys head in.
Let's do it.
Okay. So you open the front door and you head in. And Lucar, what's the first thing that you guys see when you go into this Blast from the Past
There's a
diner place?
A giant chalkboard behind the counter that has all the specials of the Blast from the Past diner, and it's what you expect. A lot of stew. We are somewhat near a river, so there's lots of fish on the menu, I would say.
Okay. What's the dish that catches Lucar's eye?
The flaming flame keep flounder.
Nice. All right.
With sides of fries and coleslaw and hush puppies.
It's a fish fry. So is it like a order at the counter, sit down, they bring it to you kind of thing?
Either way, you could sit at the counter, if you're there by yourself maybe, or you just want a coffee and a cup of Joe, or you could sit down and Serena will come take your order.
Yeah, Serena, the server, she's a halfling server who's hustling back and forth, and then you see there's a dwarf cooking food in the open kitchen concept here, so you can see like the grills and the broilers and everything going, and it's like take a seat, get you in a minute. Serena get you in a second. She's kind of busy. Let's take a seat, guys. Azuri, what is Azuri? Azuri sees an interesting assortment of beverages. What sort of beverages on the menu does he see, and what strikes his fancy?
Ooh, so there's a wide variety of fruit juices here. There's a pineapple. There's a tomato juice which they put under the fruit juice, which is technically correct, but Azuri hesitates on ordering that.
Exactly correct, Azuri.
It's botanically, but not linguistically correct. We can have a whole argument if you want.
I knew it. But yeah, there's and then there's some more, exotic fruit juices. There's there various tropical ones that have a fairly high price tag. It seems like this is juiced fresh from sourced ingredients from all over the place. But he ends up settling on it's branded as like a creamy fruit smoothie. So it's like milk, but it also has a combination of like a pineapple and some other juice that is more local to the region here. Yeah.
So it's like a Eberron Dole Whip.
Yes.
And
it's topped with real fruit pieces.
Form. Okay.
And some version of whipped cream that they have.
All right. That sounds great. And then Skogar, as you guys are all sitting down, you notice something very unique about like the booth that you guys are sitting in, and the table, and like the silverware and stuff. Like, what do you notice that's so unique about it?
So you guys checked out these like placemats? And Skogar flips it over and goes, "There's a maze."
I'll race you.
I bet I can solve this.
A maze is just kind of like a fantasy map. So I'm not even. I will not race you on that.
Yeah, but there's a treasure at the end. So I'm gonna figure this one out.
You see like a glass like at the end of the table, like close to the window, and in the glass is like some like beat up like short stubby pencils and some crayons and stuff. And Skogar, you grab one, and Lissa, you grab one, and you guys are gonna race to see who gets the maze done quicker. So we're gonna do a roll off here to see who wins this filling out of the maze placemat. So this is high stakes D&D shit going on here. So Skogar, so it's gonna be, you can, let me think. I would honestly say that looking for the right stat here. I feel like this would just be a straight like intelligence.
Yeah, that's fitting.
Intelligence roll back and forth. So roll, and we're gonna do best 2 out of 3. So first one is
19.
4.
All right, Lissa.
Oh, minus 1. Wait, minus.
Oh, no.
It's gotta be -1. Oh, why do I have a +1? I didn't build this guy right.
So Lissa wins round. Lissa wins the first part. So so Lissa, like, you're already ahead.
All right.
You say you talking any shit? Just like, or just focused.
Focus, pure
right.
Focus.
Next die roll.
As she's doing that, she looks up. Skogar is down in his pack, and he looks up at Lissa and realizes she's like halfway through the maze. And he's getting out his cartography tools, which he actually has and carries.
Nice. Oh, no.
Maybe I'm overthinking this.
And yeah, next die roll.
All right. Ooh, that was 7.
The same exact roll. 4 brings it to 5.
Oh my god. Lissa
slows down because she's confused why you're bringing out the cartography stuff, and then she's like, "Skogar, it's not that complicated."
And as you finish saying that, you finish the maze.
Oops.
And Skogar is just getting like a third of the way through. And you have won.
I don't understand this topography. I've never seen a map like this. Oh yeah.
If it was a real map, you would have won for sure.
Yeah, but now you know where the treasure chest is at. He's all bummed.
So you guys are arguing back and forth about this as you get ready to like place your order with.
I've already placed appetizer orders for the entire table. And drinks.
And if nobody's paying attention, he eats them anyways.
Yeah, right. That sounds good. Let's skip over to Kashan for a minute. So you are outside the steakhouse and Gary Brown's place. And what's the approach?
I guess I slip a few gold to the maitre d' there to give me a good table. You know, like I know I don't have reservations, but I'm new in town, and I hear you're the best place around. So I'm looking for something good, not too great, mind you. I'm not trying to really go all out here. Just give me a table, not by the kitchen.
Maitre d' says, "Oh, well, but of course, you seem like such a nice, friendly, a tourist type person. Please, allow me to take care of you, but not, as you say, overdo it." And he walks you to a table. That's not too close to the kitchen, but not too close to the best seats in the house. Just right in the middle, like
Perfect.
mid range. And he sets you down and says, I will be sure to bring your date when she arrive."
Please do. And let me see the wine list, but not the expensive wine list, but like the mid-tier wine list, you know what I'm talking about. Listen.
Absolutely.
I'm playing it really, low key here, but not low key here. Okay, you see what you get the vibe I'm throwing out, man.
Yes, we have a whole. We have a one of the things we pride ourselves on is our general mid vibe that we portray here at Gary Brown's.
I mean,
with a name like Gary Brown.
I mean, when I walked into the town, first thing I thought was mid. So, I get it.
Exactly. So we are very much living up to your expectations. Then
or living down, whatever you want to say, however you want to phrase it. Sure.
Exactly. And then he snaps his fingers, and somebody else comes over and hands you a wine list, and he's like, "Okay, this stuff they shall take care of you. I must go back to the front."
Very good. One quick question: there's not like any musicians that are going to come around, are there?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good.
No, we don't. That's no.
Very good. Okay, thank you. Just making sure.
Yep. So you order some mid-level wine. A few minutes later, Charlotte, the shopkeep, comes in wearing a very nice, conservative, tasteful dress, and a nice light coat with a fur collar, and proceeds to come to the table. Says, "Oh, well, you actually did show up. That's exciting."
Oh, I'm mostly a man of my word, especially when it comes to a fine-looking woman such as yourself. And might I say, you look lovely tonight.
Why, thank you. And she sits down, puts her coat on the chair. Because they sat you at a four top, so you're on opposite sides, and so she sets her coat on one of the empty chairs and sits down. Says, "Oh, not a bad wine choice. I would have expected maybe for you to have a little bit more knowledge in the vinery, but this will work."
Eventually it's all just pricing, isn't it? You're just drinking the wine. Sure, I could put it out there, but we all know it's just grapes, right? It's just grapes. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, that is fair. Whether organic, conventional, or squished by dwarf feet, halfling feet, human, it matter. I understand.
I mean,
Makes
you
sense.
put this up against their highest priced wine. Is it going to be that different of an experience? No, they're just. I'm sorry. I'm talking. I'm trying to talk business. I'm trying to look past the business. Not everybody's out to get me. I get that. Not everybody's out to screw the. I just want to enjoy the night while I'm here in this. Where are we again? Flame Keep, right?
Yeah. Yes, this is Flame Keep. Absolutely. That sounds great. So she drinks some wine. The server comes over, and you guys, order some apps or whatever, right? And she just starts kind of talking to you about really vanilla like vanilla stuff, like about like customers that have come to see and stuff like that. And what sort of conversation would you expect to want to have?
Oh, so at this point, I'm like just going on about how what I really want to do is just be the best at whatever I do, which whatever it is, I just want to be the best, and that's what I work for. And whether it's, like there are things. I guess I've always had this dream of just being the top dog, as it were, wherever. It doesn't even really matter. It seemed like, I may have fallen in with the wrong crowd, done the wrong things, maybe not gotten, the morals of parents and, that kind of thing. But did I want to be like the best at stealing things? Yes, I did. Can I be that? I probably could. But do I want something else? I don't know. But I could do that too, I guess. Just like very vague, general, but like very arrogant also.
Yeah. I'm getting that vibe. She's eating it up though. I mean, it's like, well, I must say, you've learned something at a much younger age than people take sometimes their whole lives to learn, and that's pretty commendable. And I honestly don't believe I've ever gotten your name.
Kashan, of course. I'm sorry I never introduced myself.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Well, I mean, shopkeep. It's the customer service experience. Introduce yourself. Talk to the customer, things like that. You don't
you wear the
typically
name
say,
badge.
"Hey, customer,
right?
what's your name?" Exactly. Right.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to Kashan, and like I said, it's like your elven vase thing. I think like what I'd really want is not even to be the guy who sells it or the guy who steals it. It's the guy who buys it, who owns it, the guy that you go to for those things, and the guy who gets things done. And that's really what I'm looking for. I want to be the guy. When you think to yourself, who do I not want to mess with, or who do I not want to get on the bad side of, or if I'm looking to get something done, who do I go to? That's me. I want to be that guy.
So I don't know if I'm fully tracking. Does that mean, do you want to be the bad guy or the good guy?
I just want to be Kashan is what it is. I mean, I think I'm a good guy. I don't, I do good things.
Okay.
Like what is bad? What is good? Isn't just being yourself the truest form of good? Just being who you are, like
fair.
why?
I bought stolen vases because I thought they were really cute. So I mean,
right? You followed through on what you wanted, and there's nothing wrong with that, if you ask my opinion.
I could really get used to having very in-depth conversations with you. I find you to be intellectually stimulating.
Thank you. It's not all. I guess I can't just be true to myself, because I guess, sometimes, you've got the people and you just feel so guarded to them, almost as if like maybe you lied to them about who you were for a long time and now they don't really know the true you, I guess. And, is that my fault? Maybe. I don't know.
Do you think you owe anybody any explanations?
That's the thing. I only owe myself, don't I? In the grand scheme of things, who's there for me? Who's always there for me? Me. So isn't my feelings, my happiness, my true essence, isn't that the most important thing?
Oof. All right, pause. That's a perfect spot to pause that. Lissa, you get your smart stone vibrates.
Hello? Is it a text?
Text.
Or a call?
It's a message.
All right, so I pull it out and I read
it's from Uncle Z, and
Uncle Z.
it's just a random, like, from out of nowhere text, and it just says watch your back. people are hunting mage breeders. And then there's a bunch of dots like he's typing. And these dots take like it's like forever waiting for the next thing. Like you're waiting.
Like, oh my goodness.
Like everybody's eating. You're just like you're trying to eat, but
at
then
my
staring at
smart
the stone.
stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the next bubble comes up. It's like some of these hunters play a long con and become friends with the mark.
Huh.
And that's it.
That's what I type back. Huh. Weird. Okay.
And then he responds back IKR question mark. And that's what you a little abrupt note that you get. And so let's close out first the diner piece of it. So does anybody have one more like interesting note or factoid about the diner experience that the rest of you have gone on? Velma, I mean, if you had an idea, or anybody else is fine.
Well, I put it in chat, but I did read a review of this place, funny enough, in the Windshire newspaper from the travel and culinary editor.
Nice.
Actually, the editor of everything. It's a small newspaper. But she said that Blast from the Past is famous for its sweet potato pie. So I buy a round for everyone after the meal.
Do you give Azuri extra whipped cream because you killed him?
I am trying to be nice, but nothing really makes up for it. I feel like awkward every time. And then, I just kind of pull back and let him be.
It's like two awkward people just being awkward for completely different reasons. Were you gonna
when Azuri gets his pie, he asks Skogar to go ahead and trade with him first, just to make sure that this one's not poisoned.
Skogar gives him a big wink, like, all right. And he takes a big bite out of that pie, and then takes an even bigger bite out of this pie.
Azuri then proceeds to just pick around the Skogar bite for the rest of it.
Anything else of note for the diner experience from Luca or Alyssa?
I agree that the sweet potato pie was good. I ate an entire one. I also tried the cheesecake. I had an entire cheesecake. It was good, but it was the apple pie that I found to be the finest. Their entrees, at least the 3 entrees that I tried, were of so-so interest to me.
So what you're saying is they're known for their desserts and all their beverage options.
In my opinion, yes.
All right. Anything from you, Alyssa?
Alyssa had to get a chocolate milkshake, and it was amazing. You drained the cup. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. So you guys,
Skogar slips that placemat into his pouch. I'm gonna work on this later. I'm gonna figure this out.
And then as that happens, so you guys get up and you head out, realizing that you didn't talk about like where you're gonna meet up after dinner or anything, and with Kashan. And so as you guys are leaving, you're kind of figuring out getting a hold of him or whatever. And who would actually get a hold of him? Or would anybody bother
to? If he does speak, he does speak Thieves' Cant. That is not only the words you use, the cadence. It's also hand signs that nobody would know but another rogue. And it is chalk marks left surreptitiously on like innocuous surfaces that describe where we are going. which is probably just back to the hotel.
Okay.
I mean, I am, after that meal, I am going to zonk out.
Okay. Yeah. So then you guys are heading back to a hotel, to an inn, and Kashan, your dinner is finishing up. Any additional conversation you wanted to have with the shopkeep?
No, I think at this point, if she's still interested, I'm shocked, but yeah.
Oh yeah, she's all in. Like she's like, well, thank you for the wonderful dinner, and please, the next time you come through, please do stop by, and here, have my card. Feel free to give me a ring or send me a message even if you just feel like having a quick chat.
Absolutely. This has been quite a night where I feel like it just felt good to just open up, I guess. And you seem like the kind of person I can just open up to. And I really appreciate that.
She nods slowly affirming your statement. And then she holds a hand out like that. Like,
and I give it, like a swooping, I kiss it and, I say goodnight and I call her, a handsome cab to come pick her up and take her back to her place.
Nice. And she heads back, and then you see like as you leave, you get about a block or so away, you start to see the marks left behind by Velma, indicating where you need to go. And you end up where you are also at the inn.
Yeah, back at the inn.
Yeah. So then you guys, we're gonna say, all you guys can, long rest and recharge all your stuff, spell slots, HP, all that goodness. Put you back up to fresh. The next morning you have the continental breakfast that is available at the inn. Of course, Lucar fills his pockets with a sweet bread, or sweet goods, baked goods, whatever he can manage to fit, hash browns, whatever works, as long as it's not too messy. And then you guys, so is then the plan just to head off to the area where Silver Cliff Castle is?
Well, I think we need to stop for breakfast first.
So you stop for breakfast back at the diner, and you get a nice hearty breakfast, or breakfasts, in the case of Lucar. And what would Lucar's breakfast of choice be to load up?
Yeah, definitely the Grand Slam. Whatever version of the Grand Slam that they might have. Some French toast, and I asked for like 2 croissant sandwiches to go.
Nice.
We don't know when
sandwiches.
Nice. That's perfect for when you open up your restaurant. Yes, because we don't know when we're going to be able to eat again, so we better get something for the road. And I asked the waitress not only what's the best way to get to Silver Cliff Castle, like, do we have to go the overland route, or is there a ferry? And also, where can we eat along the way?
She points out some food carts, things like that are en route. And she kind of sketches out on a napkin a little bit, like the path you want to take, and she points out that yes, she's like, there actually is a ferry, coincidentally enough, that will take you across the saves some time for sure. If you head out soon, and you're just on foot, you should get there close to dusk, I would say.
Okay.
Well, yeah, safe. Anything else I can get you for the road?
Do you have a loaf of bread?
Why, sure.
Okay.
And she comes back with like here, take your pick, and she's got like a loaf of seeded rye. She's got a loaf that looks like a baguette.
Yes, thank you.
And then a dark pump, like a dark pumpernickel.
Yeah, it's not even like Kashan knows where this is going, and I just flip her a gold piece and take them.
Okay.
Exactly what I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Absolutely.
So
you guys head out.
Lunch.
Yeah, you guys head out and
catch the ferry, right?
To get to the ferry, yeah.
Yeah, anyway, Skogar, she seemed nice, but all this talk about her customers, boring, I tell you. Just me. She just wouldn't talk about me. I just don't get it.
Yeah. I can't imagine there's too many people out there that appreciate who you are. And he kind of rolls his eyes.
I tell you what. It was just, I guess, like I'm looking for something more, something bigger, something like she's a shopkeep, right? I mean, come on.
Well,
I'm destined for better, I guess is what I'm saying, right? She seems nice. Like she would make somebody very happy.
She's no professor that's also a ranger, but
I mean, like she's fine too, but like I guess I'm aiming higher now, Skogar. I'm more mature now. It's not just eyes for the teacher or eyes for the local shopkeep. I mean, there's kings, queens, princes, and princesses out there, right, Skogar?
Yeah. Well, someday you'll find your Sable.
What? What? Skogar, what? Are you even listening? Come on.
He kind of laughs and gives you a punch.
Sable. Did I tell you about Sable, by the way? She wanted to hang out with me like all the time. What was up with that?
She definitely got the hots for you.
I guess, but like, it's weird. I mean,
yeah, she's crazy. Who would want to hang out with you all the time?
Okay, Alyssa. All right, relax. Okay, Alyssa. All right.
Hey, Sable's my friend. Okay.
Yeah, no, she mentions that a lot in the texts that we have going back and forth.
Yeah, she's quirky and wonderful.
If she loves anybody, it's you, Alyssa. Clearly.
And as you finish saying that, Kashad, you get a message on your smartstone, and it just says, How's Alyssa doing? She hasn't answered my last message I sent her. And
I swear, if she was a changeling, she'd already have taken your personality. I'm just saying.
She'd have single white female her.
Exactly.
So you guys, okay, so you get to the ferry, and you take the ferry. As you take the ferry across, you see there's like a small dock area, and a little bit of a beach, and then a nice like meadow in the background, and then you see it's like a short meadow from the beach to like a little like a field, and then it's like a cliffside, and then up at the top you can see a rather large like castle, and you can see like as the sun is setting, as it's getting to be dusk, you can see like there's glints of like silver that you can see actually like in the castle, and that go from the castle like down, almost looks like it's a vein, right, of light that goes from the castle down the cliffside and stuff. And yeah, that's what you see.
Where's the ferry headed?
Oh, it just dropped you. It took you to across the water from Flame Keep over to
so
Silver Castle.
It's heading back. Okay.
Yeah. So it's dropped you guys off, basically, where you wanted to be.
So, are there tours available of Silver Castle?
Yeah, you don't see like.
Are there lines here?
You don't see anybody around. You just see like you see a walking path that takes you through the meadow and goes up around the side of the cliff.
Wonder what we're looking for. I guess I should have
clarified.
Yeah, probably should have Try to finagle that information out of her.
History check. Is this area like where the elves originate?
Roll. What do you tell me what you get?
I got a 9. There's elves walking around.
Yeah, I mean, you think maybe. You're not sure, though.
I'm wondering if it's elves stealing from elves, or if this is an outsider's job. All right, well, on to the castle.
To the castle we go.
So as you walk up the pathway, let's see.
I put all my points in like insight and intelligence and wisdom, and whenever I roll, it's always crappy.
It's always the way.
That's not fair.
This is the way. So you so you head up the cliffside, up the pathway, and you come around the bend, like around a few trees, towards where the castle is from the angle you're approaching, and you see, you can actually see like this. So you see like this little section here is at the base of the castle. So like this there's actually like this is like a cliffside path. We're just sort of freestyling a little bit the design of this picture I'm showing you, right? So envision that down below. That's not actually water. That's like the lower level, right, where the meadow and stuff to the beach are. And then this is like the cliffside where you can see that it's almost like, looks like it's easiest way I can explain it. It looks like a basement entrance to this large castle. And it's pretty well, it's well lit with like a rather like craggy, jagged, like glowing gem rock up above, like looks like almost like a patio light right outside. And yeah, that's what you see. And there's like it looks like a cave, but it's really upon a like a little bit more of a focused look, it's just like a recessed entryway whereas if you were to go further in, there's a door in there, but it's rather dark in that area.
And where are we in relation to this? Like, how far away are we?
So like you're coming around the side and approaching, like seeing the front. And as you get towards the front, you're like, oh, it kind of looks like a scary like face or something almost.
And do we see like any footprints or any like reason to think that this is a well-traveled area? If I have to roll something like,
yeah, I feel like investigation might be good.
I got a 15.
Okay. You're able to discern like one or two sets of footprints going in, but you see many footprints of different, like rubbed away, not like, so a mixture, right, of like, so it's a pretty well traveled area.
But we haven't seen anyone as of yet.
No, correct. Not at this time.
I was under the impression that this was a working castle and that there would be like a garrison here and like hangers on and tradesmen to service the soldiers, smiths and bakers and whatnot.
Kashan, can you roll a dex check, please? Kashan and Lissa.
Dex checky?
Yeah.
Dex check is a 15.
23.
Okay. Thank you for that information. So yeah, you're just kind of checking this place out, right? Looking at the, what do you want to do? Because you're pretty much standing here looking at this castle and looking at an obvious way in to said castle potentially.
There's nobody on the battlements. There's no like guards at the gate. Just
not from the angle that you're looking at it at, because if you look up, you can see that it's either the side or back side of the castle. Like you can't make any. This is like a basement back door, pretty much, is what you stumbled upon.
I mean, this is the best way in, though, right, guys?
No easier way to put it.
Well,
who can avoid a story hook? Let's. Instead of looking for the gate, let's let us check this out and see whether it's open or not.
Yeah, I mean, we could try the door and it could be locked.
And then will we go around to the front gate? Or...
Yeah.
So Velma, you're walking up?
Yes.
Okay, could you do a dex check for me, please?
Oh, I'm gonna fail that one. Dex save?
Yes.
Hey, that was a crit. So 24.
Cool. Yeah, great. You go right up to a nice big, like, solid wooden door with wrought iron reinforcement. That's just like inlaid inside that little like mouth or nose type opening on this weird like basement stone wall area.
I want to. Well, so there's a door here. First of all, I want to do perception to see if there's any obvious traps on it, and then I will check to see if it's locked or not.
Do it.
That one was, again, a 24.
Okay. You see that there is a rather sizable door handle, and you see that there are many like triggers around that door handle that would cause needles to shoot out of that door handle.
I don't think they want us coming in this way. Is there like a door knocker that would be?
No, there's not.
No.
There's not.
Okay. Well, this door is obviously trapped. So, again, do we want to proceed or go to the front gate and enter like a not a criminal?
I mean,
or spy?
Or we have someone disarm the traps. I mean, certainly somebody.
Somebody. Yeah,
Right?
there's a disarming device right here, and Skogar lifts up a large rock.
And you knock the door handle off, and now we can't open it.
Yeah, so what's the play?
All right. We're bound and determined to come in here. So I will attempt to disarm the traps with a 10. And it counts.
I forgot to say before the disarming of the traps, I wish to back away from the door as far as possible.
Yeah, the needles don't say they're pointed at me. They just like, maybe they like shoot out all from the door, just like everybody, big cloud.
So
Skogar's definitely standing very close with his large rock over his head. So whatever punishment you receive, he's right there with you.
So all you see is like on the top section of the handle, you see like these needles shoot out of the top part of the door handle. They don't shoot all the way out like darts or anything. They just come out of the handle.
Oh.
On the top part, narrowly missing your hand.
Well, that's one way to disarm it. So they're all just like hanging there now, or did they retract?
No, they're sticking out on the top part of the handle.
Okay. Now hit it with your rock.
Yeah. So he swings down with his rock, and that's a 14 with his rock check, which I'm assuming is just strength.
You snap off the needles, and then you hear a metal click noise, like the sound of an unlock.
Oh.
You know the sound.
Okay.
There's always
a new
key lying around.
Armor. Yes.
So I'm guessing.
And then you look inside of that rock, and it's one of those fake ones.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing.
It's got the key in it.
Yeah. It's, as he swung it down and slammed it into the door, you hear a ching, and there's a key that goes flying.
So you open the door then. Yes.
I'm going to step back and let a meat shield do this for me.
As Skogar looks back with his big grin, he kind of opens the door slowly and steps in.
Okay. All right. So, as you enter the as you open the door and you start to head down the stairs, you actually see that there is there's a placard that's actually on the wall that has words carved into it, and it appears to be a poem, and it says in lands of Eberron where time's threads entwine, a tale of repetition, a curious design, where shadows dance upon the clock's face, and echoes of fate find their secret place. Just south of Thalios, a castle is there, a sorcerer trapped in a looping snare. A day unfolds, then rewinds its play. In endless recurrence, this peculiar ballet. In the heart of this cycle, there's a lesson to glean, as many wanderers relive each scene. Through trials and errors, wisdom defined, a journey of growth of the spirit refined. In the basement of Silvercliff, where magic runs deep, this repetitive tale finds its keep. For time's enigma, a puzzle to unravel, in the dance of fate, every step to travel. So let the tale of repetition told, in Silvercliff's embrace, its mysteries unfold. A saga of change, of fate's true unknown, in the endless loop at the warlock's home.
You're going to have to put that in chat. I couldn't transcribe that.
That's fair.
A lot to parse.
That was very beautiful.
In the warlock's tone. And Skogar strums down his flying B guitar, just with a great discord.
That's funny. So as you walk in into this first room, you're in like a nice main like foyer of this basement. Like you're like, wow, this is a really nice entry to the basement here. This is pretty cool. You see a giant old sinewy tree in a big pot in the center of this handmade rug that's on the floor. And that's what you see.
Should we take our shoes off?
Not step on that rug. Let me just tell you right now.
Is there any sort of light source that is making sure that this tree gets the sunlight it needs?
I mean, there's light in there, but it's like I would say more like candle torch type light than anything.
Lissa wants to inspect the tree and see if it has any magical properties that she can tell.
Okay. Could you share with me how you were going to inspect this tree, please?
So she takes a look at the trunk,
okay,
the bark, the texture of the bark, and then she looks at the leaves and the texture of the leaves and see if there's any like flowers. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I noticed that I see you made a hand movement like this.
Yes, like touching it for sure.
As in, so your inspection includes touching it.
Yep.
Okay. So as you touch the leaf. Make a con save, please.
All right. That is a 12.
You immediately feel extremely lightheaded, get a head rush, and make a weird noise, and you fall over.
Oh no.
Okay, you order those drinks again?
Yeah, she's still hungover.
And you're out. Like you're out. Like you're not.
Oh,
you're not conscious.
Okay.
And then after Lissa falls, the tree, like, you see the branch with the leaves that she was touching start to move, and it like shakes like this, and then like the tree sort of turns and looks at you guys, and you see a face, and it's like a really old man face in the tree. And he looks at you with this mean scowl. He's like, "What the hell are you doing here? Who are you?"
What'd you do to our friend?
She touched me. She shouldn't have touched me. Answer my question. Who are you? Why are you here?
Oh,
we have to take care of our friend.
Yeah, we're just a group of adventurers. We found the door open, come through. No big deal.
Yeah, somebody must have broken it. It was just wide open.
You should probably take care of your friend there. She's on the floor. She shouldn't have touched me. That's what happens. Don't touch me. You guys probably just need to keep moving. If you know what's good for you, probably be the smart thing to do.
Yeah. Is there anything we should know about to help her? Will she just wake up, or is she poisoned? Let us know. I mean, you're the tree that she shouldn't have touched, and we get that. Everybody deserves their own personal space. I appreciate that. So, I would like Alyssa would apologize if she were awake. How do I get her awake?
How the hell do I know?
Well, I guess you're the poisonous tree. I think you should know. This has never happened before.
He's scratching his like he's scratching his head, but not really, like his trunk, with his leaves for hands and stuff. And he's like, he scowls. He's like, pull her out of the room. She'll be fine soon enough. She's not dead.
Should we go to the north or the east when we leave this room?
Doesn't matter. Either way's fine.
Hey, Skogard, should I fireball this tree?
It doesn't matter to you, but would it matter to us which way we went?
He's thinking. You realize that I'm in a pot. I can't move.
I'll give you that. All right.
I mean,
so you have no knowledge of this castle.
Yeah, I could tell you how many bricks are in this room. I can tell you how many the thread count of the rug. I can tell you the kind of soil they put in my pot. I could talk about that for hours.
They who?
The caretakers of the castle.
Who are they?
I don't know their damn names.
Why'd you ask for our name and you've never asked for their name? That was the first thing out of your mouth. Who are we? You never asked who's putting your soil in your pot?
You ask a lot of questions. I don't know that I want to answer your questions anymore.
Hey, Skogard,
why
really?
Would they keep you down here and not in the sun?
Realize your so these are probably about 5 foot squares, let's say. Let's just understand like what the size of the room is and where Alyssa would be in relation to that. Like, just
we grab
make sure
everyone.
You keep that top of mind.
It's not like this guy's gonna come get us.
So what was the thing you said, Velma?
Why would they put you down here in this pot instead of leaving you up in the sunlight?
It's like, I've been asking myself that question for a really long time. That's the best answer I got. I don't know what else to tell you.
Trying to think of a follow-up. There's really not much to say. It looks like you've been done wrong. And
he's like, and he says, oh, hey, you little guy with the chip on your shoulder, and he's looking at you, Lucar. He's like, says, you go either way. It doesn't matter. I've heard screams come from both directions. I've heard cheers from both directions. It doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
There you go.
If I knew what
kind of walks up to Lissa, grabs her by the shoulder and starts dragging her away. Well, I guess we'll leave you alone then, if that's.
How do you grab her and take her away? Like,
just by the shoulders.
Under the armpits kind of deal, or what?
Yeah,
I would assume. Just go like this and then pick her up.
I mean, yeah.
The ladder.
Yeah,
that would make sense. Okay, so yeah, so you pick her up, and then are you guys gonna head like north or to the east?
Well, the east has a number on it, so I imagine there's an encounter there.
Oh, there's numbers on all the rooms. That's how I keep track of my. That's how I keep track of my lore, huh?
Let's go east and find out what that encounter is.
Okay.
When we go into the hallway, Skogar's kind of like looking at Lissa, like, "You there?"
So yeah, Lissa, you wake up.
Okay. Oh man, why did I take a nap here? The tree? What happened with the tree? We have to go back.
You feel very well rested, by the way.
Somebody remind me to save a spell slot so we can fireball that guy on the way out.
Jeez.
Well, once we're around the corner.
Look, fireball's not the answer to everything.
But a lot of things.
So you so you start to head down this hallway. Can you give me the marching order, please?
I mean, if we're just trouncing about, Skogar probably out front there. He's got a little dark vision. He can see where he's going.
If we need a passive perception, I can go in front, which I probably should.
Okay.
Stay close.
Lissa's confused,
Skogar,
so she's in the middle.
Okay.
Duck behind you.
I'd like each of you to make me a dex save, please.
Each you, like everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
22.
10.
23 again.
14.
Dirty 20. Or, yeah, 30.
All right, so...
15.
Okay, so then who got below a 15?
Lissa.
Okay.
And Sean.
All right, so both of you experience as you step in the tile that you step on, it like starts to slowly give way, and then it's like slow for a second, and then it just sort of dissipates, and you fall forward onto some spikes that are recessed into the floor.
Oof.
So 15 damage for you, Lucar, and you are poisoned. And 19 for you, Lissa, and you are also poisoned. So continue to walk forward, I assume, right? Or turn back.
Well, I mean, we get them out of the pit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like we're talking like it's like it's like just like it's like a giant pothole almost, right? Where it's like it's like a foot and a half. So it's not like a pit that they're going to fall into. It's like a pit. It's like it trips you up and you fall and kind of step into it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Be more careful, guys.
It still sucks in it. It still sucks and it's very painful though.
Watch your step.
Today is not my day.
So, yeah, you see this happen, and what's the next move?
I asked for healing.
Same. Anyone got anything? Any potions?
You know, while we were near the apothecaries, we probably should have stopped in.
Would have been smart.
How far down the hallway are we? Do we just like step in and out?
Like you just passed the first corner. And the hallway's still winding further.
All right. What do you guys want to do? Do we want to go back and step through all those traps again, or do we want to go forward and step through new and interesting traps?
Clearly, this is the way to go, though. Why would they?
I mean,
you don't trap something that you don't.
Yes, but we came in the back door, so they would be coming from the other direction.
Says the guy who passed the deck save.
I'm just saying I feel like we're on the right path. I mean, those two are not on the right path. You got to follow me.
Lissa says, no, we can keep going. And then she casts Cure Wounds on herself.
Car?
Oh, man.
Yeah, Azuri's going to go ahead and cast a Cure Wounds on Lucar here.
Thank you, Azuri.
That's nice.
And as he does so, he's like, "Yeah, I guess you killed Velma once, and she killed me once. So if the circle completes, I'll kill you at some point, and we'll all be okay."
So, yeah. So you keep moving forward, I assume. Yeah, right. Sounds like.
Does that cure me of the poisoned? And how many hit points?
What's that?
I rolled really poorly, but it is 6 points of healing. And I don't. Let me see. Just cure
I think
wounds.
I think it's a one or the other, right? Because it's like either it cures the condition or gives you HP.
Unless it's just HP. There's no condition.
So you're still poisoned.
I can read.
Restoration, I think, removes poison.
Gotcha. Okay, so as you get to the next corner of this winding hallway, and I need you all to make a dex save again, please.
That's an 11. That's not great.
I did better.
6. Am I dead again?
12.
Oh man, you guys.
I got 20.
Okay.
16.
Also 16.
All right. So then Alyssa, Velma, and Azuri, right?
Yep.
Alyssa is 13 HP.
Okay.
13 damage.
Yep.
And you're double poisoned.
More poisoned.
Azuri 12 damage.
Ow.
And Velma 10 damage.
Okay.
It's all poison damage, and you all so like help out the one that doesn't know all of these extended rules quite as well. What does a poison condition actually do?
It gives you disadvantage on attacks and skill checks, I think.
Okay. I was kind of hoping it was one of those things like in some of those the video game RPGs you play where like you're poisoned, so you just keep taking damage as you walk, like that kind of deal.
Only if it specifies that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, you're the DM.
Yeah, no, we come too far now for me to throw that in the mix. So you guys, so 3 of you get caught in a trap again, or caught in the next trap area. And what's you? I guess like Hashan, you're fine. So you just keep moving forward, like just encouraging them to keep going. Like what's going on?
I guess at this point, I'm gonna scope out and try to point them in the right directions.
Okay.
Like where not to go, I guess. What do you want from me? A perception?
Yeah. Do like I think perception would be probably the best.
All right.
as like a fine traps, right? I feel like.
Sure, why not? All right. 13 plus.
Because you don't want to investigate it because you don't want to set them off, right?
No, it's a 19.
Okay. So you're able to tell where the next set of traps are.
Don't step in these places, you guys.
So
you see how, like, when you pass, you step in this one and this one?
Yeah.
And, like, maybe, like, they're imperceptible. It's like, look at the differences. Like, come on, guys.
So
or
you
just step in your footsteps.
You guide them past the last corner to a door.
I will check for traps on this door. Clearly, there's traps everywhere.
Roll it.
Well, that's only an 8.
No traps. But you didn't find any traps.
All right, Skogar, you got that rock still?
Oh yeah. And he walks up. He walks up with the rock, puts it underneath his left shoulder, and grabs the doorknob and opens it.
and everything's fine. You walk through the door, and no traps go off. And you find yourself in this nice little cozy room right here with a where you can go to the left, you can go to the west or north. You see 2 very comfortable looking couches and a matching area rug. Looks like it's just like a hangout room. Nothing else really in there. Like it just looks like you don't know if it's like a waiting room, if it's a space to just sit and relax. Like you really no way to tell.
That's what I was thinking. At first, I thought we should stay here and take a long rest on the couch. But then I thought the couch will eat us.
So, yeah. So stay, investigate, move on. What are you guys doing? We're gonna go for just a couple more minutes, and then we'll be done.
Well, I mean, these look really comfy.
Yes, and there's got to be gold pieces like under the cushions.
Right? I think we should stay here and take a little breather after that hallway. And yeah.
All right, you guys got an hour. All right.
Okay. That should be enough.
All right, and as perfect. So, Alyssa, as you say, that should be enough. You see the one couch that you're eyeing that looks really comfortable. The cushions start to move.
Oh.
And they actually start to move like it's a mouth, like a top lip.
Ooh.
And you see some little fangs start to come out of the cushions, and
how cute.
and a tongue, and then it actually speaks to you in common, and it says, "Have we really become that predictable?" And you have discovered that the 2 couches are both mimics. So that is where we will cliffhanger for this session. Is you've got couch mimics.
Yay.
Skogar looks over at the one couch and says, "Hey baby, where you been all my life?"
Oh no.
Then the mimic that just started talking says, "Hey man, that's my sister."
Yeah. Well, your sister's a fine piece of upholstery.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I had to. You can't not have some mimics. You just can't not.
I wouldn't play D&D if you didn't have mimics.
Right. It's more about trying to come up with creative ways to have mimics versus just like, oh, it's a treasure chest. No, it's a mimic. Like that seems a little too easy. Mm-hmm. But well done, Velma. You get inspiration to use for the next session for just calling it out right off the rip. So,
all right,
you can hold on to that for a reroll or something for the next session.
Gonna need it for a reroll.
Yeah. So hopefully you guys are this should get it. Hopefully, it gets progressively interesting. Sorry for kind of railing you into this entrance, but it's going to lead to some pretty wacky stuff. So hopefully it'll be worth the railroad trip. But yeah, thanks. Hope you had a good time this evening. And
absolutely.
And one last thing, Lucar, right as the mimics like reveal themselves, Astrid talks to you and says, bro, everything you need to know is in Silvercliff Castle.
Okay, thanks.
And,
Busy.
And that's it. All right. Well, thanks, guys. I hope you have a good night, and
nice.
See you in a week.
Next time.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
Night.
Thanks, bro.
Yep.
What would a D&D adventure be if there wasn't a mimic in it at some point? It would be boring, that's for sure. Is Counselor Gary Brown the owner of the steakhouse? Why would he need to work 2 jobs? What is up with Kashan acting like a bard and flirting with the ladies all the time? Will there be other exciting restaurant role-playing in future sessions? We'll just have to wait and find out. What awaits the crew in the castle? Be sure to come back next week and find out on Eberron Adventures, brought to you by the Wednesday Night Crew. Thanks for listening, and see you next week. Hey there, listeners. Would you like to support the Wednesday Night Crew as we go on adventures in Eberron, as well as play through other game systems as we have in the past, like Ice Fleet and Alien the Role-Playing Game? If you're interested in supporting us, just go to patreon.com/Eberron Adventures, and then maybe you could be as cool as Jonathan and Andrew, our first 2 supporters. Once again, that's patreon.com/Eberron Adventures. Donate and get your name in the credits. I mean, that's kind of cool. Anyways, thanks for your support, and as always, we'll see you next week.